You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
Okay, so we'll call this meeting of the Branford Planning and Zoning Commission to order. It's a special meeting. It's Wednesday, August 12th, 2020 at approximately 6:03 p.m. and this is a special meeting. It is not a public hearing, so I don't believe we have a notice for Marcy to read. It has one item on the agenda, which is Bigliotti Construction, Estate of Todsville, 99 Todsville Road, dedication of open space to the Branford Land Trust instead of the Regional Water Authority. In other words, it's per the condition of approval 2F of the subdivision. Before we go further, Chuck Anders chair again. Caitlin, can you just run over the rules for the meeting and presentation?
Yeah, Caitlin Piazza here. It's not a public hearing, but if we end up letting someone participate, or Tim, if you're not familiar, you can participate by phone, by calling in, and you can raise your hand for the meeting by dialing in *9. If you're participating through the computer, you can either go to the chat box that's below if you hover over the screen at the bottom and type your comments into the chat, or you can raise your hand by going to participants, signing your name and raising your hand. Everyone is supposed to state their name prior to speaking each time they speak. And this meeting is recorded and will be available for the next few days.
Okay, understand. Thank you, Caitlin. Okay, so then we'll proceed to our agenda. I see Mr. Lee is here. This is for item 101. Again, Bigliotti Construction, 99 Todsville Road. Mr. Lee, are you ready to proceed?
I am ready. For the record, Tim Lee. I'm here on behalf of Bigliotti Construction. Firstly, thank you for having this special meeting. And because it's a special meeting, I'll try to make it quick. The commission approved this subdivision application in April of 2020. During the course of the public hearing, there was some discussion, a great deal of discussion as to who was going to take the open space as part of the open space subdivision. At the time we submitted the application, it was envisioned that we'd submit the open space to the Regional Water Authority. Since the time that the application got approved, we have gotten permission to give the open space to the Branford Land Trust. So what we're asking tonight is that the commission modify condition of approval 2F so that we can transfer the open space to the Branford Land Trust. The Branford Land Trust did have a meeting a week or so ago where they voted to accept this property for open space. So I think
Chuck Anders here. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Is there any questions from any members of the commission or staff? Seeing none, I think we did actually discuss the land trust as a possible acceptor of the open space during the public hearing. Seeing that there are no questions or comments, does someone want to make a motion to substitute the Branford Land Trust instead of the Regional Water Authority as the entity to receive the open space for the approved subdivision?
Joe Chadwick will make that motion.
Okay, Anders chair. Joe has made the motion. Is there a second?
John Lusk will second that motion.
Chuck Anders chair. There's been a second by John, and then we'll do a vote. We'll go on my screen here. John Lusk, how do you vote?
I vote in the affirmative.
Marcy, how do you vote?
Marcy Paluzzi, yes.
Joe Chadwick, how do you vote?
Joe Chadwick, yes.
Chuck Andrus, I vote yes, and I think we need one more person. And I think Fred can be our fifth. Is that correct, Caitlin?
Yes.
Okay. Fred, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, yes.
Okay, and I vote in favor as well. Okay. So the motion passes by a unanimous vote. So congratulations, Mr. Lee, and good luck with the subdivision.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Does someone want to make a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting. Fred Russo.
Fred Russo's make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Marcy. We'll do another roll call vote. John, how do you vote?
In the affirmative?
Marcy?
In the affirmative.
Joe Chadwick?
Affirmative.
Mr. Russo?
Affirmative.
And Chuck Anders, I also vote in the affirmative. So thank you all very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you.
Aye.
Have a good one.
Aye.
See you in
Good night,
September.
everyone.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.